to go live to the CLSA conference that is happening in Mumbai. My colleague Sajid is standing by with Sumeet Jain, who's a senior research analyst at CLSA, to take us through what the market is going to look like for the coming quarters. Let's go across and cut in live.
How long you
Thank you, Asesha. I have with me Sumeet Jain, who is a senior research analyst looking at the key industry, which is IT. Sumit, let me begin with you. How was the year for the IT this year?
Yeah, so I would say very high expectations at the beginning of the year from US economy under the newly elected president. But I guess nobody thought of that his election agenda about tariffs and the new world order will actually pose a lot of headwinds for the technology sector, particularly IT services. And I think that's what, from February, March, we saw the overall sentiments turning sour because of tariff uncertainty. It started to reflect in the stock prices. And of course, the guidance given by the companies in April was again a very subdued growth guidance, what we could see in the last 2 years as well. So yeah, I think this sector always has very high expectations at the beginning of the year, but then it has continued to disappoint for the last 3 years.
And add to that the AI talk.
Yeah, I think AI, to be very frank, is still very uncertain how things will play out. And we wrote a very detailed deep dive report in March, which we marketed across all the global financial hubs. And then we did extensive 2 days of virtual GenAI access days, where we invited 14 experts across tech stacks to tell, how system integrators will have a key role to play in AI evolution. And we could sense that, there is obviously uncertainty whether the deflation on revenue will be higher than the volume opportunity or vice versa. And I think the bottom line to that is cloud as a technology took 15, 20 years to where it is now, where 35, 40% of workloads are on cloud now. AI, as we talk about, there is a lot of hype, which probably will get implemented in the enterprise tech stack over the next 15, 20 years.
Okay.
I mean, if you look at the reported annual revenues from AI of, let's say, Capgemini or Accenture, now HCL has started reporting advanced AI revenue. It is just 4-5%, right, of their overall revenue. And it is probably inching up by a couple of percentage points of overall revenue every quarter. So it will probably reach to 40-50% maybe in next 7-8 years.
Okay.
So which is where I think we have to see the readiness of these companies on AI in terms of the partnership with the key tech ecosystem providers like NVIDIA on the chip side, the cloud hyperscalers. Then, with OpenAI, let's say. So we attended the HCL AI lab visit recent couple of weeks back.
Okay.
And they mentioned that they are the only partner with OpenAI currently where they have forward deployed engineers to implement OpenAI LLMs with the enterprise apps.
Okay.
So these initiatives are happening, and the multiple partnership OpenAI has announced, the way they are creating the whole ecosystem. So how these system integrators are involved in infusing GenAI across tech stacks, whether it be the lowest layer of infra, the middle layer, or the upfront layer in terms of SaaS or applications, that's what we need to look at. And I believe SIs will have a big role to play out there.
You have a difficult task of defending the Indian IT companies because globally everyone's talking about AI and AI investment and valuation. And when they talk about that, they talk this as well, that Indian IT doesn't have an AI play. And you yourself said it will take at least 6 to 7 years to have that kind of play because it's now 4 to 5% for few companies, which is there. How do you rate some of the Indian IT companies? Who will be the better one to lead this entire AI race from Indian services point of view?
Yeah. So actually there are 2 ways to look at it. One is, in terms of the bottoms up groundwork that is required to build GenAI applications, where are these companies positioned? And in terms of ground up work, we have identified 4 or 5 areas where data is obviously the biggest opportunity. So in terms of data lakehouse, data warehouse creation, working with the key data platform providers like, let's say, Databricks, Snowflake, Microsoft Fabric, and then similar platform by Amazon and Google Cloud. So how are the partnerships established with these players that you need to look at in the data side? Then is the cloud hyperscaler migration and change management, because some of the companies can directly procure NVIDIA GPUs and upgrade their infrastructure stack, while some of them have no choice but to migrate their applications to cloud to have access to the GPU computing.
All right, we'll continue our coverage from the sidelines of the CLSA conference during the day as well. But on that note, we need to slip into a very short break. Some more managements lined up on the other side. Stay tuned.